Hi, my name is Sky, and I need a comic book artist. I just finished writing a book, and I'm going to try to get it published right now, but I would like to expand it into a franchise, and so I need a comic book artist. Anybody who is interested in the story can read it online at Yahoo Groups / Sky-Writing, and you need to get permission from me to enter, but just put a little note in there saying what you're doing, and it's no problem. URL will be on the side. But in particular, this is what I'm looking for: somebody who knows and can do inner city black youth, culture. Like if you know, just thug out gangster, 50 Cent, whatever kind of style. That's what I'm looking for. Tupac Shakur. I want somebody who knows that culture and can express it. In particular, because the story I wrote is about a group of high school kids who they go to another world and they decide to become a mercenary group. Now, the thing is, I think that the story setting would be perfect, or even better, in a urban, poor inner city high school, because there's a lot of violence and a lot of death, and in a lot of cases, there would be situations where the kids would be killed. And I thought, or in my opinion, that it would work, because when somebody dies, they bring the body back to Earth and drop it off, somewhere, and nobody's the wiser because they think it's just another street crime of some sort. And the reason why I am interested in a black environment is because ultimately the way the story works out is you have people who are basically at the bottom of the totem pole, the dorks, dweebs, nerds, people who are like socially shunned and not accepted by the status quo. And but on this other world, that situation is reversed, because they end up being at the top of the ladder. They become the people that everybody wants to talk to and be around. And I think that would just be a very interesting way to portray it. You have some poor black kids on Earth become these rich, landed gentlemen on this other world. The other element of the story is that these kids basically form a gang with each other at the high school on Earth and in this other world. And I really try to capture and express that in the story, but I think that it's a lot more telling with a black group, in particular, because I'm really curious how the comic book artist could interpret what I was going for in a black bling bling type style, which is what you see on TV and stuff. So with that said, this is what I would not like to see, but at the same time, I really had no say, because it's all up to the comic book artist. And I'll probably whine and complain about it, but at the same time, if it looks good, if people dig it, then who am I to say? Because it's a comic book artist, or it's a comic book, and really, it's the artist. I can provide pointers. I can give an idea for a story. I can say, well, this is what this character should do. This is what this character should be thinking. But really, the art style, the behavior, and the actions, I leave up to the artist to decide and come up with. And because really, that's what I wanted to see. I want to learn, understand just how things would be interpreted in that way. So, like myself, I'm interested. I'm a fan of Japanese animation, but only certain kinds. And like the way I would like to see it illustrated is kind of like Berserk, which is a unique style. And that guy is the same person who did Fist of the North Star and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. From that, and so I don't like over the top. I don't like gratuitous violence, gratuitous sex. They're all underage, so you can't really have the gratuitous sex. But you can at least insinuate that these are a group of high school kids who are they have the option. So what are they going to do? They're going to, get their vices. They're going to, get laid. They're going to get drunk, and they will just be violent. The ultimate thing is that you're going to see these guys who they're going to start out as these little twerpy guys, and at the end of the story, or at the end of their high school, career, the 4 years in high school, they're just going to be these buff, amazing warriors who are just stone cold killers. And the thing is, they're kind of good guys. They kind of take what they want, but they understand that they have power, and they really should only use that power for certain reasons. I'm just really curious what would be the outcome, or what could be produced. So if you're listening, if you know somebody who likes to do design, wants to get started, hey, drop me an email, or drop me a note on my YouTube, or sky.ainsworth, AINSWRTH SKY, and at gmail.com, and just say, hey, this is what's going on, this is what I think. I would love to see what people have in mind, what they could create based off of my own creation. I'd really like to see how, ultimately, think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, kind of, a little bit less cartoony, more realistic, in that the violence is real, the subject matter is more realistic, so, and really, at any time, anybody could die. So that's the key thing to keep in mind. So let me know. I would love to see what can be created. Thank you.